In this video, I'm going to demonstrate some basic skills for marking up a screenshot. And the idea is to use the tools that are already available to you and make sure that it's applicable to both Windows as well as Mac OS platforms. That's the goal, and for now we're going to be demonstrating this using Thinkorswim. You will find that many of these same tools are also available on TradeStation and virtually any other trading platform that you might be using out there. You always have access to drawing tools, and you have access to taking a screenshot, and so we'll go ahead and demonstrate that. And I'm going to show you step by step how to mark up the chart. Now what we have on the chart here is taken from an example on our website. I'll go ahead and take you to that page on our website so you can see if you want to go ahead and load that on your chart yourself. It's called Thinkorswim Scan MACD RSI. This is part 2. And so I've got that chart study loaded here, and I've added a couple of moving averages to that as well. And you can see on the bottom we've got the MACD and the RSI. So we've got our drawing tools right here, so we can start off by drawing an ellipse right here like so. Okay, and then we can go ahead and also draw another ellipse here like so to highlight that bar. Let's just say, for instance, you didn't have the oversold mark here. Okay, let's say you didn't even have that gray candle, it was just a normal colored candle, and you didn't have that chart bubble. You need to include a drawing to mark which item is your trigger event. Now the other thing that you can do here is you can draw trend lines. Okay, so we draw a trend line, and we can go ahead and we can say we got a trend line for this going from upper left to bottom right, and then we got another trend line going from lower left to upper right. Okay, so that way it kind of represents your idea of what you're looking for in the pattern for the MACD. And then if you wanted to go ahead and change those colors, you can go ahead and do that so that they stand out a little bit more, increase the line size as well, and that way they show up on the chart a little bit more. These are all just basic drawing tools, and they're available on most any platform out there, and it doesn't take long to get familiar with how to use these things. You also might want to go ahead and draw a rectangle here and say, okay, for these four bars, okay, make up the entire pattern for the MACD, and that way we can make sure that we understand that more clearly. Okay, you also have some text tools. You can go ahead and draw text on the chart itself. You've got that available right here, so you can add a text note. And you can say, for instance, just like so. And then you can activate that drawing by right-clicking on it so that you can drag it. I just put that on the price graph, right? And so let's go ahead and put that here like so, okay? Just like that. And then we can't duplicate that because it won't allow us to drag that down to the lower subgraph. So if we want to go ahead and put another mark here, okay, then we got to do that one. And so we can do the same thing here. Hit OK. And then you can go ahead and right click, activate drawing, and you can reposition that if you want. Okay, and then the other thing that you might want to do here is put another text note down here and say RSI oversold within most recent 4 bars. Okay, hit OK, and now you can go ahead and right click, activate that drawing, move that over here, and now you've got that marked out as well. Okay, so that's something that's available for just about anybody that has access to a trading platform, because almost all trading platforms are going to have these tools. The other thing I want to show you is you can go ahead and mark a time level. So for instance, let's say you wanted to mark a vertical bar right over that one right there. You see how that extends across the entire subgraph. You can edit the properties, maybe change that to white so it stands out a little bit more. 3. Maybe make it a dashed line too even. Okay, hit OK, and now you've got a chart clearly marked that shows your conditions that lead up to your trigger event. It shows the bar that is the trigger event, and it includes all of the specifications that are included in this indicator. And that's really all there is to it. Wasn't that simple? Now, how do you make the screenshot? Now, there's a couple different ways. Okay, Windows and Mac OS both have built-in screenshot utilities that you can use, and if you know how to use those already, by all means go ahead and use those. But everyone has access to the ability to create a screenshot directly from their trading platform. I know TradeStation has this available, so does TradingView, so does Thinkorswim. Many of the trading platforms out there already have a built-in mechanism for making a screenshot of their chart. Okay, but I will, at the end of this video, review how to make screenshots using Windows or Mac OS so that you can understand how to do that. Okay, and it's just as simple as this right here on Thinkorswim. The menu at the top left there, and you select Take Screenshot, and that will open up another window. Notice you've got 3 buttons down here in the bottom. You got Copy, Save, and Print, and Close. So we're going to go ahead and hit Save. Then it's going to prompt us to save it in a particular location. Okay, so I'm going to save it to the desktop because I don't put much on my desktop. It's nice and clean, and we'll be able to see it pretty easily. So I'll go ahead and hit Save. And then let's go ahead and close the screenshot utility, right? So that just opened up another window there, and so that we close that. Let's minimize Thinkorswim, and now we can look to see where that image is that we saved to the desktop. And you can double click to open that and select whatever application you want if you want to preview that. Okay, you can preview it on the snipping tool or on the paint tool, and if you do that on the paint tool, then you will be given additional options. For instance, you can add additional text and drawings, okay, using the tools built in to the paint application on Windows. But if you don't need to do that and your screenshot is complete, then you don't really even need to open it. I just opened it up to view it just so you can see all of the drawings that we added on Thinkorswim's chart were carried over to the screenshot that was exported. Let's go ahead and open Thinkorswim back up again, because let's say you're working on a trading application that maybe it's a web-based trading application that doesn't have the ability to create a screenshot. So then what you would do then is on a Windows computer, you've got a keyboard shortcut from which you can access this. But if you go to the Start menu, then you can go through All Apps and you just look for snipping tool. That's what it's called. You can enter that in the search terms up here, but everything's alphabetical here on my computer, so I can just scroll through here until I get the snipping tool. There it is right there. And then see, it tells you right there what the keyboard shortcut is. If you wanted to create a screenshot without having to open the application, you can do that there. But I'm going to go ahead and click New, and that's going to change the mouse cursor, and you can select here a rectangular snip, or you can do a freeform, or you can do a window, so you can do an entire window, or you can do a full screen. Okay, so I'm going to leave it set to rectangular snip, and what that means is I'm going to click and drag across the chart. You see how it's a plus sign here? I'm going to click and I'm going to drag across, and you can see how the dark areas turn to lighter areas, and then as soon as I let go of the mouse, boom, it creates the screenshot. Now from here you can save it and pick a location and then attach it to your email. Okay, and let's say you are using a Mac computer, okay? And right now I'm actually on a Mac computer. This is what you're looking at here is actually Windows 11 running on emulator. It's on Parallels. So I'm actually running on a Mac computer. I'm just running Windows inside of Mac. And if you wanted to do a screenshot on a Mac, it's really simple. They got keyboard shortcuts for that. You just do Shift, Command, and 4, and it turns into a plus sign. And then you click and drag, and it creates the screenshot. Okay, and it saves it to the Downloads folder. Let's go ahead and take a look at those settings. Okay, so we go to the keyboard shortcuts settings if you're on a Mac. Again, if you're on a Windows, disregard this. This is for the Mac users. You go to keyboard shortcuts, you go to screenshots, and here is where you can assign your keyboard shortcuts. So what I did was Shift Command 4. That was the one that I just did for creating a picture of a selected area. And you notice that if you use this one right here, screenshot and recording options, okay, Shift Command 5, and that is the one that allows you to change the default location for where the screenshots are saved. Okay, and then if you are on a Mac, I want to show you one more neat little feature here. Let me go ahead and open that up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring in a screenshot here from my Mac computer. So this is actually the screenshot that I just took using the Mac keyboard shortcut. And with Mac, when you open a screenshot, it opens it up in an application called Preview. And Preview already comes with a lot of powerful tools that enable you to do drawings and things like this that are much more user-friendly, I would say, and a lot easier to use than the one on Windows. I spent some time on Windows trying to find a way to create, stuff like this. You got text that you can add to a screen, and you can reposition that as needed. I was not able to find this functionality built in to Windows, and so I decided to go ahead and describe ways that you could do these things without using an alternate or third-party tool, for instance. So that's what you've got here for Macintosh. If you're using a Mac computer, then you've got a lot more options available for marking up your screenshots. Windows, very limited, but at least with the Windows, you've got the option of marking up your charts using the standard built-in drawing tools that come with your trading platform. The other very important thing that I will mention here as I close out this discussion, I want to go ahead and mention that when you do a screenshot, it's very, very important that you include the full view of the screenshot. Let's go ahead and bring that screenshot back in. I want to show you. You've got the ticker symbol, is included. You've got the time, so you can see it's 3 years of 1 day bars. And you can see down here, their date range is clearly visible. And on the right, the price range is clearly visible. You'd be surprised how many people will send me a screenshot and it will look like this. Let me show you. They'll send me a screenshot just like that. And maybe even they'll go so far as to include the lower studies down here. But you see, you can't see what ticker symbol is applied to the chart. You can barely see the date ranges, but you don't know what year that is, except for that little symbol over here, the 2021 year. You can't see the price range. So you've got so little information available here, and this is not good. This is what I want you not to do. It needs to be the full screenshot. It needs to show everything on the chart. Why is this important? You'd be surprised how much information is here if you just take the time to look. That's it. That's all I had for you guys. Hope that was helpful. Thanks for taking the time to view this video so that you can learn how to create really good screenshots. Take care, everyone.